Welcome back to an all-new episode of KhanFlicks. Today we'll be looking at the all-new Navee S40, a company we've seen before that makes a variety of different scooters. This one here is based off of a cyberpunk design inspired by the Tesla Cybertruck. Now, it being an award-winning design, you can already see what a unique design structure it has a very futuristic vibe. Now, this here has 700 watts of power and features a dual braking system and a very first mechanical spring suspension design. Not only that, it features an Apple Find My, as well as a built-in screen and all the bells and whistles that you would want out of a scooter like this. With a top speed of 20 miles per hour and a range of 25 miles, it is great for the day-to-day use. And in this video here, we'll be unboxing it, trying it out, and seeing exactly what it's all about. So if you guys wanted your own, check out the link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's open this thing up. All right, this is kind of what it looks like outside of the box. Overall, pretty similar to some of the other scooters we reviewed. Majority of the bike is already built. Just gonna go ahead and mount up the handle. And then it did come with some accessories. So you do get your power adapter, pretty standard. So this here is just gonna be a standard 41 volt. And then of course you get your power cable. You have your tool packet as well as a small user manual. Besides that, no other accessories. So let's go ahead and set this thing up next and see what it looks like complete. So the nice thing about this is that in a matter of minutes, you're pretty much ready to go. It literally is just mounting on 4 screws. The only thing is that some spots are a little tight to get into. So obviously just kind of finessing your way is going to be the best bet. Let's take this thing down, take a closer look. All right, so we're outside on this beautiful day, and seeing this out in the real world is actually pretty cool. Now, kind of walking through it, let's just start off with the front to the back. So on the front here, you do have your 10-inch tires. Now, these are tubeless, so it doesn't require any air. In other words, you can just go ahead and drive outright without any issues. Now, this does feature a front brake disc. In other words, the rear is an actual electronic brake, so it does mainly have a front brake, but the electronic rear brake does help slow down on its own. Now, as you kind of look over here, this is actually integrated spring suspension, almost like a spring leaf design. And then over here, you do have your charge ports. Go ahead and plug it in there, just like this. And then as you work our way up here, you have your mechanical switch to go ahead and unlock this. In other words, you can go ahead and fold it up, which we'll be trying out in just a little bit. Moving on up here, we have a front headlight with a reflector. We have our front brake, a bell, and then of course our LCD display. Now to go ahead and turn this on, simply hold the power button right over here, and this will illuminate exactly the different things that are happening in real time. So when you're currently in our sports mode, you press the power button and again, it'll switch between the dim and bright. You double click it, it'll go in through the different modes. So you have your drive mode, your sports mode, and then your walk mode, giving you walk assist. Now, it does have Apple Find My, so you can technically pair this with your Apple phone, so you don't have to worry about losing your actual scooter itself. Now, another thing to note, it does have a turn signal, which is actually integrated into the sidebars, and I like that a lot. And then as we kind of work our way back here, you have a nice wide plate to stand on, and then you do have a rear brake light, so when you hit brake, it'll actually illuminate just like that. Other than that, it's a pretty simple scooter. Again, I do like the design of it. It has a very futuristic vibe. Now to go ahead and fold it, it's quite simple. Just go ahead and open up the latch here on the front, simply push back, and then using the bell, you lock it into this mechanism right over here. And then from there, just go ahead and carry it up, and you're ready to go. And to unfold it, it's the same exact way, just in reverse, like that. Bring this up, lock it in there, and bada bing, bada boom, we're ready to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try this thing out and see what it can do. Now, the nice thing about this scooter is it has a really smooth transition of power. So if I'm pushing the throttle a little bit, it'll go nice and slow. If I push it a little bit faster, it'll start picking up speed. Now, it has a top speed of 20 miles per hour. Again, that will limit your range in terms of how far you're going to be going. Obviously, if you go in a slower mode, you can get up to 25 miles in terms of range radius. Now the suspension is quite not as buoyancy as I would imagine, but it does do the part, and you can actually feel it flex if you really wanted to. Now another nice thing is that it does have a nice wide stance, so I can technically use the full space and kind of stand about. But yeah, let's go ahead and go for a little ride and see what this thing can do. Alright, well there you guys have it. Overall, a great scooter for the day-to-day use. I definitely enjoyed it, and I love the design concept of it. And I have to say, overall, it was actually quite easy to use. Now, with that said, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.